The first to close and the last to reopen, performance venues shuttered during the pandemic have been waiting on a lifeline for months.
Much of the last year's been a lot of, hurry up and wait, stop and go, really just getting one milestone at a time.
While COVID-19 vaccine developments have provided hope and a way forward, the live music and arts industries are nowhere near back to normal.
But it's trickling back, like it's not going to be like a light switch coming back.
And the financial help promised through legislation back in December hasn't exactly had a smooth rollout.
It's frustrating that we're 5 months away from when legislation was passed and we still don't have a lifeline that we and other music venues really need.
While artists and venue operators have been waiting, many more have been wondering when concert halls and auditoriums will fill up once again.
We're looking forward to these stage lights brightening up our lives because it's definitely something we need right now.
Seeing the dark stage and dark seats is no good for any of us.
So how exactly have artists and venues stayed afloat this past year? What comes next for these businesses? And when will concerts and plays look the way they did pre-pandemic?
KSAT Explains.
KSAT Explains. KSAT Explains.
KSAT Explains. On-demand, in-depth perspective. Perspective on stories we bring you in our newscasts throughout the day. We're looking into concerns over voting safety during the pandemic and the battle over mail-in voting. A look at how the protests and demonstrations have played out in our city and an examination of what it means to be black in San Antonio.
An issue that you have likely felt the effects of, rising property taxes.
The roots of Tejano run deep in South Texas. We examine the cultural impact the music has had in San Antonio.
In December, KSAT Explains released an episode of the show dedicated to the fight to save performance venues struggling because of the pandemic.
Well, it's been 5 months now, so the team decided to see what progress, if any, has been made since then.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of KSAT Explains. I'm Myra Arthur. Back in December, we debuted an episode of this show focused on the effort to save live performance venues after COVID-19 forced theaters and arenas around the world to shut down. A lot has changed since then. There may finally be an end to this pandemic in sight. More and more people getting vaccinated every day. The roads are busier. People are finally returning to restaurants. And ever so slowly, the lights are coming back on in performance venues around San Antonio. So we wanted to revisit these places to find out what's changed and what hasn't since we last saw them.
Health Emergency Declaration 4 from Mayor Ron Nierenberg about an hour ago, effectively shutting down bars, bowling alleys, and any place where large crowds typically gather.
That announcement, made in March of 2020, was a wake-up call, making it clear that COVID-19 was a threat to Bexar County. It forced business closures, led to so much uncertainty, and it meant immediate consequences for those working in the live music industry.
I was playing a gig at the Lonesome Rose, and that was the last week before everything shut down. And I had my summer booked already, and I lost 3 big jobs.
Jaime Ramirez has been a freelance musician for 20 years. He plays the keyboard and accordion for local singers and bands, including the 501s, and he plays piano for theater productions. Last summer, he saw his work for the season disappear in a day.
I was lucky to have, I have a church position. I play piano at a church, and we stayed online services, so I was able to, that got me through the summer. Grateful for that, but I know a lot of friends that 100% gone.
Another man affected who's been in the local arts community for the past 2 decades, Chris Rodriguez. He's the executive and artistic director at the Woodlawn Theater.
A week before the pandemic officially hit, we were going to open On Your Feet, the Gloria Estefan musical. So when that shut down, the set stayed up. Our dressing rooms have wigs and costumes in them, just waiting to be used.
We're standing on the stage of the Woodlawn Theater right now, and as you can see, the set for that show, Get On Your Feet, is indeed still up and waiting to be used. When things shut down, Rodriguez says that he went to work right away, campaigning to raise $20,000 to get the theater through 3 months. And he wasn't the only one quick to act. Blaine Tucker is a local attorney, the owner of The Mix, a bar and live music venue on St. Mary's Street, and notably one of the lead voices lobbying on behalf of the National Independent Venue Association.
A group of independent promoters throughout the country came together and realized we had no other option other than to start making a lot of noise and at every level of government, from the city to state, and then really the halls of Congress in D.C.
The effort helped create the Save Our Stages legislation. Tucker was able to get Texas Senator John Cornyn to sign on early. Cornyn even co-sponsored the bill.
Texas has really played a big leadership role in getting the legislation passed and really leading the way in making all this happen.
Senator Cornyn and Representative Roger Williams of Texas wrote a letter to congressional leadership last May urging immediate relief for independent performance venues. But it would be another 7 months before the Save Our Stages Act passed Congress.
Things just continue to worsen. The longer time's gone on, the more vulnerable venues that haven't had any revenue have been, and the more venues we've seen shuttered along the way.
During that time, many venues across the city remained dark and empty. Some closed their doors for good, including Limelight, another venue on the St. Mary's Strip.
I think it's the first place on the Strip that I played, probably like 20 years ago. It was a blues band.
It was owned by someone else back then and had a different name. But Limelight was one of the many places that prior to 2020, you could catch live music any given weekend.
A lot of us, that have been doing this for that long, we played all up and down, High Tones at Faust. Was it Lonesome Rose now? That's been great. That's an awesome spot. So yeah, a lot of history on this strip, and been playing here a long time.
Many venues were able to bring in some revenue by getting creative. The Woodlawn, for example, held virtual performances, and they partnered with small businesses and local restaurants to have outside fundraisers.
It's been a great way for us to stay relevant, even though it's not creating the finances we need right now.
In December 2020, Congress passed the Save Our Stages Act as part of a larger COVID relief bill. It set aside $15 billion for independent venues, small museums, movie theaters, independent promoters, and talent agents. But the road from bill approval to actually getting those businesses the money has been a bumpy one.
It's one thing to pass a law. It's another thing to implement that law through federal regulatory agencies.
After the Save Our Stages Act was passed, the Small Business Administration created the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant. That bumped up the total amount of help available nationwide to over $16 billion. Each business eligible could apply to receive a grant equal to 45% of their gross 2019 revenue, or up to $10 million. But it took months for the application portal to open up. And when it finally did on April 8th, 2021, it crashed almost immediately.
It's been a complete cluster, unpronounceable.
That's Chad Carey, owner of the Paper Tiger, also on the St. Mary's Strip. Carey and others eligible for aid were able to submit their applications on April 26th. But it could take months for those applications to be approved and for those who need that lifeline to receive it. As frustrating as it's all been, those affected know firsthand that nothing about the past year has been easy.
We'd hoped that it would go quicker, but the SBA's never done anything of this magnitude on such short notice. And that goes hand in hand with what we've seen throughout the pandemic. I mean, it's been a series of case of first impressions across the board.
Everyone's sort of making this up as they go along.
We can all understand the unique first-time challenges this pandemic has presented, but venue owners tell us that with each minute that much-needed funding is delayed, worries grow. RJ Marquez explains that these obstacles are forcing venues and performers to make some tough decisions.
It's been a challenge, scrambling on behalf of other venues around the state just to, hey, just hold on a little bit longer. We've made it this far, but every day that passes is, makes our members more vulnerable.
While some venues have been able to scrape by and stay afloat, others were forced to shut down. Jaime Ramirez is hopeful the space that used to house the Limelight will open again down the line.
Somebody hopefully will get it, but it takes a hit in the meantime, and it could affect, they depend on it, or them across the way depend on it. It's all one ecosystem, right? And somebody that went there that feeds another business, and they're all like, partners in that sense, and we all kind of depend on it.
That ecosystem is important in a city like San Antonio. The live music scene thrives on local bands playing local gigs before they move on to bigger shows.
Young bands and young musicians can play, and older vets can play, and it's just a big, great melting pot for all of us to just continue to write and create.
If these smaller venues close down, it leaves a huge void that can't be easily filled.
You could really see a lot of shows go by the wayside that otherwise have a demand there, but it's just such a unique demand that, it could take years, to really see that kind of bounce back.
The same goes for independent promoters and community theaters. The Vexler closed indefinitely back in March. The theater fell short of its revenue by more than $1 million last year and is expected to lose another $1 million this year.
We just simply couldn't continue to operate the way we had hoped to. We had to make the difficult decision to suspend operations for the immediate future and let our staff go and begin the process of planning for what we would look like when we are able to reopen.
Smaller and more intimate theaters like the Vexler that already operate on shoestring budgets have had trouble surviving, even with social distancing guidelines in place.
Having 50 people show up to a show that normally seats 150 just isn't going to be practical for us to operate that way. So we want to take our time, and that means we got to take every step necessary. There's no shortcuts here. People's safety and health and well-being is a top priority.
Chris Rodriguez with the Woodlawn Theater believes there will be long-term effects.
It's definitely going to take a toll on the city as a whole, but especially our arts community. San Antonio will lose its clout, its draw for people to move here, for businesses to come here. It's going to be just like, oh, that small town San Antonio that doesn't have entertainment, doesn't have music, doesn't have the arts.
The loss of live shows for music and theater is also a major hit for the local and state economy. A report by the state of Texas found that the music business contributes $440 million in tax revenue to the state and helps support 210,000 permanent jobs. And live performance venues not only drive the economy, they also usher in tourists.
People come to cities to see not just the SeaWorld's Fiesta Texas, but nowadays people travel to see what the locals are doing, where the locals are eating, where they're going out to see shows. And those outside dollars are huge drivers for communities in terms of economic impact.
And of course, there's the human element of all of this. Many people make a living off of live theater and music venues like right here on the St. Mary's Strip. It's a place to socialize and be part of a community. It's hard to tell right now how many people have been forced to leave these industries because of the pandemic and might never come back.
Just besides a financial hit from our teachers to our contract employees, they haven't had that income for over a year. And then just also not being able to do what you love, that like your passion in your life, and you're not able to do that for a whole year. It really takes a toll on people mentally and makes people reevaluate stuff.
It's just really hard to have to be in fear that you're going to lose your job, to have your income radically cut, and then to show up every day to work with the sort of like, oh God, what's it going to be this week?
That toll has forced a lot of people who worked in the live music and theater industries to change career paths. But for some who have been able to stay employed, it's only reaffirmed their appreciation for the business.
Before the pandemic, I was evaluating my choices and like, do I want to stay in San Antonio? Do I want to stay in the arts? And I feel like this made me appreciate it even more. Like, we are fighting and working nonstop to do what we love. And that just kind of almost ignited more of a passion inside of me.
In so many ways, we're in a much better position than we were back in December when KSAT Explains first explored the state of performance venues. Hundreds of thousands of people in our community have now been vaccinated. People can see friends and family again, go back to restaurants for the first time in a year. But those we talk to say it will still take some time for music venues and theaters to be as healthy as they were pre-pandemic. KSAT Explains producer Lexi Salazar tells us why.
When it comes to live music in San Antonio, things are better than they were. There have been some shows. Stages on the St. Mary's Strip have started to bring some people back. Theaters like the Tobin Center have hosted audiences at a limited capacity with social distance guidelines in place. But getting back to the way things were could take some time.
Some summer stuff's popping back up. I've done a few outdoor gigs at this point, and that's been really, really good. Good for the soul. If nothing else, like a lot of us haven't played together in that long, but it's trickling back. Like it's not going to be like a light switch coming back.
5 months ago, we were probably seeing light at the end of the tunnel, and now we can actually kind of know what the end of the tunnel looks like.
The Paper Tiger is opening up for the first time in a year. Live music isn't the only business Chad Carey is in. He also owns other bars and restaurants in town. But reopening the Paper Tiger presents unique challenges. One of those challenges, booking tours. Carey says it can take 3 to 6 months minimum when it comes to booking national acts.
Just because one state happens to be open, we're also interdependent on each other. That until everything is open, whether you're California or Texas or New York or Minnesota, we're all interdependent on each other's success, because it's not cost effective for a band to just fly across the country, do Texas, and then go back.
Venues that don't book national tours and instead rely on local talent could reopen sooner.
I think you're going to see smaller rooms, jazz clubs, bars, all of these are going to open sooner than the theater, which is going to open sooner than the arenas, which is going to open sooner than the stadiums. It is going to be a ramp upwards toward bigger and larger events.
Aaron Zimmerman, Vice President of Programming for the Tobin Center, says the theater is currently operating at 1/3 capacity.
Margins aren't near what they were, but it does allow us to operate and keep some of our staff and be able to pay the employees until we can get back to normal.
They anticipate opening at full capacity in August, but he acknowledges it could take some longer than others to feel comfortable in public spaces. He compares it to the way he felt dining in a restaurant with friends for the first time after getting vaccinated.
While it was awkward a little bit at first, you think oh my God, I'm sitting at this table, am I safe? I will say that fear went away very quickly. And I think the same thing is going to happen in the theater.
Over at the Woodlawn, May will be the first month the theater will hold an in-person production in more than a year.
This show it's kind of our first step to gauge how our community is feeling with coming back to an indoor space.
And they're working on rescheduling On Your Feet, the show they were forced to cancel more than a year ago. Though it could take a while to 100% bounce back, those we talk to see a bright future for live music and the arts in San Antonio.
I don't think that the world will be forever changed. I think at some point, I don't know when that point is, I think we're going to get 1,000 people in here, and I think that they're going to want to sing along to their favorite songs.
And some think the rebound will make San Antonio even stronger.
I think we're going to see more and more shows that we've never seen, and I think that a lot more people will start playing both Austin and San Antonio, opposed to, in theory, only playing Austin or another closer market.
Like all of us in this pandemic, those in the music and arts industries know that they're not out of the woods yet, but they're thankful they can finally see that light at the end of the tunnel. Thanks for joining us for this episode of KSAT Explains. I'm Myra Arthur. We'll see you next week.